Welcome back. The 2024 National Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic is about to be underway.
Joining us this morning is one of the exhibitors at the event, Cartrell Cooper, founder of Big D's Dog Training.
Okay.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
We're good. We're good. Okay, so tell us how, dog training plays into this event.
Dog training is probably one of the most important pieces of the puzzle for Pheasant Fest because most of the guys want to hit the fields and they want to hunt their animals, or they want to turn their dogs loose and chase them for a while. Well, rather than chasing them all day and the next day and the next day over, they have to have them trained so they'll come home with them. So it's one of the most important aspects of the overall event. Not only do you see the conservation side of just what kind of income it has and the camaraderie that people have in working with their dogs and just their buddies, just being out in the woods and enjoying it. But without having the training side, sometimes it can be a little bit disheartening, for lack of a better term, when you take your dog out and just turn it loose if it's not trained.
Yeah, I grew up, pheasant hunting, and we always had different dogs, labs, and we have a Springer Spaniel now, and every dog's a little bit different in their training for
sure.
certain things. Talk about just the different things dogs can help with in hunting.
Well, when you look at the different styles, so as you get older like myself, you want a dog that might be closer in and you don't have to chase as much, so maybe a good pointing dog or a setter. But when you're looking at a flesher or a lab, you're going to do more marching in the woods. So each one has a different aspect on how they push up game. So if you have something like a Springer, which is fun, you're going to put the leg work in because they're just more active and they do more pushing. If you look at the pointer, they stand and stay and tell you, well, here's where it's at. You can now flush the bird yourself and you have a decent shot, or you're taking a shot on the move. So when you look at the different breeds, they give them the different aspect. Most of them will do the retrieving if you train them correctly. So if you harvest one down, the dog will bring it back. Most of them will find if you teach them to find it. You can't just turn the dog loose at the beginning of a day and expect them to find something, because they'll find your rats, your squirrels, and everything else like that really, or chase a deer, which will make it frustrating for a hunt. So training is the key. Training
is for sure the key.
Well, I don't do much hunting, so I'm kind of new to all of this. Just how long does it take for these dogs to kind of be trained and become experts?
That's a really good question. A lot of individuals will buy that young puppy, 10 weeks old, and they think they're going to hunt it strongly that first season. And oftentimes it doesn't work out that well just because they don't have the training skills behind them. So if you look at the average good hunting dog, they're over 24 months. And there truly isn't anything called a natural. Most guys or gals that actually have a good dog have started working them from the day that they got home. They've done the yard work, they've done the retrieving work, they've done the wool work, and then they've taken them out and shot over them so that the dog's not afraid of the gun. So there's if you look at that strong dog that everybody has a great hunting story about, they're usually over 3.
Wow.
And then they hunt really hard till about 8, and then you're replacing with the dog following them up. So it's a matter of time. That true hunting dog that you're going to want to be behind is probably 3. Wild birds, the more the dog gets out, the easier that they work the fields.
Okay, so when is this event really quick for people? So if they want to attend and maybe learn a little bit more, how can they do so?
Well, the event starts today after I think it's 1 o'clock, and it'll go till 6, and then today through Sunday. There's going to be just about everything there. Just like if you really want dog training information, and I have my book that they can get while they're there. I'm actually here for a book signing with Prairie Grass Outfitters is the booth that I'm at. I think it's booth number 1917.
So there'll be a lot of booths, a lot of different resources for hunters out there.
Yeah, Q&A. You stop by and ask any outfitter about questions on hunting and gear to use and the right shells to use and the types of gun that'll work with you and how to manipulate where you're at and hotels to stay at or events to go to or while you're there. Everything that you probably want to know about doing upland bird will probably be there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning and telling us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a dog trainer. I've been dog training for since I was actually 7. So I've been dog training for a very long time. Putting together just every aspect of the dog training world just to help people from the obedient side, because most people that have a dog, the obedient side is important. But then I've done all the other aspects. I've guided field dogs, I've guided upland and water dogs. So having the ability to tie all of it together as far as what people, because a person has the ideal, they'll go buy a dog and I go, oh, I want to go hunting. Well, how do I get to do that?
Awesome.
Or I want to have that information. So that's the
Awesome.
background of my history, i.e. the reason why I put together Positive Pet,
Awesome.
the book that encompasses all training aspects from upland to coon hunting to everything else like that, as far as nutrition and everything else that goes with that too as well.
Very cool. Well, thank you for
Awesome.
being here, and we will be right back after the break.